Hello, and welcome to today's webinar. So today, first of all, let's introduce ourselves. This is my colleague Rasmus. My name is Jens. Rasmus, you can tell a little bit about yourself.
Yes, as Jens said, my name is Rasmus. I'm head of product management on this Invoq line, and today we're going to take you through a program that is focused around what we can offer with the new Invoq Combi ovens for the retail segment within. And Jens, you're standing there in your chef clothes. Maybe just add a few comments on you.
Yeah, my name is Jens, and I'm a development chef here at Huno, and I've been working with the development of the new Invoq oven. And today's program is a feature of all the different software solutions we have to support you in your retail business. So as Rasmus says, we're going to start off with our MenuPlanner functions. Then we're going to move on to the logged user interface opportunities we have. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the neat software that can help you cook and control your cooking. We're going to go into some of the mechanics of the new oven, like our PassThrough solution and the fat draining system.
Correct. And if you have any questions throughout the seminar, please put them in the chat. We will answer them as they come in, but we also leave a part of the section in the end for any Q&As to sum up of the webinar today. And if you have any suggestions to what you would like us to have in future webinars, please let us know, and we'll get them into our coming webinars. To start off today, we would like to show you a little bit about the MenuPlanner, which is a functionality where you can make your own pre-desired menus, and then you can drag and drop into the rack in the oven, and the oven will help you to keep track on when to load and unload products to have them finished at the same time. But to give you a little bit more about that, we've prepared a small video, which we would like to show you here. MenuPlanner, a smart drag and drop functionality that allows you to combine your various menu items, and simply by drag and dropping down into the screen, you can cook various food products together. You can even combine them so that the oven helps you having the products finished at the same time. We've done this to make your life easier. Once you set up your menu, you're actually able to have a lot of different people working in your kitchen, and the oven guides them towards the perfect result. We even build in some adaptive cooking. With adaptive cooking, we mean that the oven helps regulate if by any means an error have occurred. Could be the door have been open for a longer time. It could be that the door has not been emptied or the product not been taken out. With the MenuPlanner, we can ensure you that mixed products together, cooking at the precise setting that you decide for your menu, always come out in a good way. With the table planner functionality, we actually allow you to combine up to 3 different items on the same rack. It could be a rare, well done, and medium steak that you want to be able to serve for the same group of people. The oven will then notify you when to enter first the well done steaks, secondly the medium, and in the end the rare ones. And then the 3 products will be ready at the same time, and the oven will notify you to empty it. We want to make it simple for you and your users to operate the ovens. So as you can see, the drag and drop functionality in the MenuPlanner actually allows you to use the screen as a phone where you can highlight an item and drag it into a rack from a predefined menu where you're cooking at the same temperature, and the oven are then guiding you. So what's the benefit from this from a chef perspective, Jens?
Well, first of all, there's a huge benefit in logistics, working in the kitchen. You're saving time, and you have the opportunity to cook different products in the same oven that needs different time, but you have, but the finish is at the same time, so you can serve at a buffet or fill up your displays in your shop. It makes it very, very easy to control your cooking.
And I think from an operations standpoint, you can predefine your menus, and then no matter who's at work that day, it's predefined. This product is being cooked at this time, this product being cooked at this time, and then the adaptive cooking, the CookTimeCorrection, which we'll dive into a little bit later today, helps you ensure the quality of the product coming out the same way every time. Another feature which we can lay on top of this one is actually the locked UI functionality, where you can design your home screen, so to say, to be suited for your business. But in between, I see there's just came in a question here. How many did you say you could be on one rack? Let's just take an example of a medium rare and well done steak. Then the oven will tell you, put in the one to be well done. After 3 minutes, the one that is medium, and in the end, the one that is rare. And then they're all finished at the same time. So up to 3 on one rack.
Can I cook? Sorry, are we?
Can I cook different kind of products at the same time? Yeah. Maybe that's also a question related into flavor transfer within the oven. So
I think the concern here would be if you are concerned about getting transfer of flavors if you're cooking maybe fish and chicken in the same oven. But of course, yes, you can cook different products in the same oven. We have a great system for evacuating steam and also flavors, of course. So it's a completely controlled environment where you safely cook vegetables, meats, and proteins in the same oven.
As long as they're not dripping on each other, the flavor is not transferred.
Exactly.
So the locked UI, just briefly touch base on, is actually a functionality where you design your home screen, and that can be either from the MenuPlanner or, as you saw, a sneak preview of the quick select recipe, the QSR functionality. So we would like to show you 2 short videos here explaining about the quick select recipes, but also how the locked UI can support your business.
To ease your operation, we have designed the UI, the user interface of the controller, to be lockable. This means that you can design how you want your start screen or your home screen to be designed. Whether you want to start it in the QSR mode, if you want to start it for manual mode, or lock down in recipes. You can also lock down the authorities to go in and change parameters. This can be highly beneficial if you work in an environment where you have a lot of users, but you would like to control the processes. To make the locked UI even more functional, we have made a menu bar in the base of the oven. In here, you can set up to 5 shortcuts, which allows you to tailor directly to your needs. Do you need to have easy access for the HACCP to be taken out? Do you need to have access to swap between functionalities but still be locked down? Or do you simply want the white button so you can dry off the screen and at the same time, no interference with the programs? Our locked user interface helps you set up your structured day every day.
Basically, a functionality where you design how your operators or users in your supermarket or deli only have access to what they need. And a question came up here, can I set it up myself?
Yeah, so setting up the locked user interface is actually pretty easy. If you have customers with preset packages of recipes or a certain way that they want to do it, for instance in a chain, it can easily be set up from factory as well. So the oven is just plug and play for your customer.
So you can actually have your predefined recipes, your predefined settings on how your users want to be. And actually, there was a setting here in the video saying user, and you could unlock to be super user. Could you explain a little bit about the difference of the two levels?
Yeah. So we have different levels of users in the oven. So it's how deep you are allowed to go into the settings. So as just a normal user, it will be limited how much you can change and set in the cooking settings and in the settings in the oven itself. Super user functions allows you to go a little bit deeper and change some of the features in working in behind. Maybe you use that as a manager or as an owner.
Yeah, exactly. So the user locks down. They can't edit in the programs. They can't add time or deduct time or anything like that. And the managers then unlock using a password. And this password then allows them to upload new recipes or change an existing recipe. When you're using recipes, we actually have the CookTimeCorrection. And we want to show you a small video about CTC, as we call it, CookTimeCorrection, and how that can help you get a consistent result every time the oven is operated. So please see a small video, and we will cover up with the questions afterwards.
CookTimeCorrection. It's a part we name adaptive cooking. It supports you if you have operators who by a mistake have loaded too few products or too many products into a predefined program. It could also be that they skip the preheating, but to ensure your products to have the same consistency and quality every time, CookTimeCorrection helps this by adding or deducting time throughout the process of the cooking cycle. All this to ensure a perfect result coming out of the oven.
So as you see here, the CookTimeCorrection will help you control that cooking, and especially for maybe changing staff or changing routines in the kitchen. Every time the result of your cook will be the same, because the oven helps you calculate that loss of time, temperature, and maybe humidity if you're using combi mode.
And it actually even compensates if there's loaded too many or too few products into a predefined program. So if you have some frozen products that are going in and the program is designed to have 6 trays in an oven, and you only put in 2, it actually compensates and reduces the time a little bit compared to what the original setting was.
Exactly.
The question coming in here, is that a standard feature?
Yeah, so CookTimeCorrection is a standard feature in our ovens, and it's very easy to use. It's also standard in all the, of course, in the recipes that we use. So yeah, it's with the oven from the beginning.
And not only CookTimeCorrection is standard, MenuPlanner, the quick select recipes, and also the SmartChef, which I would like to touch base on now, is actually standard in the ovens. So a lot of the features we've shown you today is that you have your predefined recipes. And when you have a combi oven, you have the possibility to make multi-stage programs. And to start learning how you do that and how you get the best results, we've created a functionality that's called SmartChef. And that's literally our brain that we've put into the controller.
Yes.
And what is the simplicity of the SmartChef?
Well, first of all, it's a much more simple use of the manual mode, actually. So here we combine a little bit recipes in the brain of the oven, combined with our manual cooking mode. So the SmartChef allows you to very quickly set up a cooking mode, sort of like a recipe, and then you cook and you get a great result, even if you're not that trained in using the oven. But
so by choosing 3 basic functionalities, you have a definition of a program that you can learn from. But let's just show a short video, and then we will capture up on it afterwards, because we believe that SmartChef supports you in getting the best results every time from the oven. Please see.
As a chef, I'm actually very proud of this SmartChef function, and it's something that I love to introduce to customers, because this is what helps us in many cases starting that use of the recipes. So you can use SmartChef as an intro to learn to build the recipes. In SmartChef, as we showed in the video, we had the opportunity to go behind the scenes and see what was actually the process during the cooking. If you have a really great result using SmartChef, you can go in and save it into your recipe bank. Remember to click that little yellow star so it's a favorite of yours, and then you can reproduce the result every day.
So basically you answered the question, can I have my settings in SmartChef saved?
Yes.
And yes, you can. And you can even save them as favorite, so you can get them into the quick select recipes, quick access functionality. But there's also an add-on benefit from using SmartChef and recipes, right?
Yeah. So one of the add-ons, and this also goes into the MenuPlanner Unlocked UI, of course, is that we have a great control of the food safety, of the food we cook in the oven. So we want to introduce you a little bit to our HACCP functions, where you can get a PDF file that's appless, so you can put it in any computer and take a look at your data sheet from the oven. But have a look at our intro here.
For your food safety, we have the HACCP functionality. It's a method where we, in a PDF format, document the processes that you've made. So if you're having a recipe using SmartChef, it actually automatically saves your food safety data. It's easily downloaded with a USB key directly from the oven or via the cloud system. On the oven, we can store 60 days of HACCP files. So you have 2 months to take out the data that you need to document your food safety. If you're using the core probe, which temperature your product has been, and then you can look that up against your defined parameters. It's a smooth and easy way for you to always have your food safety by the hand.
HACCP, or food safety, is also a standard feature in the oven, and it's easy downloadable by a USB key, as you saw Jens doing in the movie, or via a cloud connection into the Open Kitchen cloud platform. The benefit from our system is that it's PDF off the oven, so no additional software required to view it, and it actually stores the HACCP files for 60 days, which allows you a complete month to take out the recipes from the previous months. We've done this to ensure that you don't lose any of your data. So basically you have whole of April to take out what you produced in March. For especially retail and in hot delis where you produce a lot of chickens, we've not only done all the software features, but we also have some mechanical design that can actually support you supporting food safety, but also avoiding some maintenance. We'd like to introduce you with 2 small videos to PassThrough and fat separation, and then we will explain you a little bit more about that when we return here.
The Invoq Pass-Through oven is a unique solution for your kitchen or shop. With a door in both the front and back of the oven can be used in both kitchen and shop. It will help you avoid cross-contamination of your product, but it's also perfect for drawing in customers and creating attention in your front of house cooking. Also, it will help you improve the logistics of your kitchen and save valuable time. The Invoq Fat Separation System. Separating fat is just good business. You want to protect the equipment, both the oven and the other equipment connected to the oven while cooking. It's ideal for roasting fatty products like chicken or maybe bacon. and you avoid fat blocking the drain system under the oven. The fat separation system does not take up any space inside the oven cabinet. The fat separation container is placed directly beneath the oven in a very smart system that allows you to collect the fat while cooking. It does not affect the functionality of the drain system, so you won't lose any power to evacuate steam while cooking. Now you collect the fat, not your drains.
Yeah, so a fantastic solution is the pass-through system. So this, as we said in the video and touched based on, it's a great way to ensure your food safety when going from raw to cooked, especially in a shop where you have people at the counter selling directly to customers.
Yeah, so separating raw chickens from cooked chickens is just a food safety aspect that this oven allows you to bring into your operation. And at the same time, collecting the fat. So if you do a lot of chicken production, there are grease and fat that are coming down, and they could clog up a drain. So by separating this, taking it outside of the oven, and actually in some countries, you're able to resell this grease leftover instead of having to dispose it. So you could make money on your grease instead of having to maintain your drains.
Exactly.
As you said in the video. And if you produce a lot of chickens, of course, your oven gets greasy. It cannot be. If you're grilling chicken, roasting chicken, you want that crispy skin, you are at high temperatures and you are with grease.
Yeah.
But we have a functionality that can help you with that, right?
Yes. So the fat separation system here helps you collect all the chicken fat and get it out of the oven chamber, not into your drains.
And when you have to clean the oven, you actually just use CareCycle, right?
Exactly. So let's quickly get into our lovely new CareCycle system. We have a short presentation of that as well. And afterwards, we'll have a talk about the deeper functions of this.
Yes. Thank you.
CareCycle. It's a recirculating washing system that you can use by just touching this button. CareCycle consists of 6 main cleaning programs. 3 normal programs, 2 eco programs, and 1 turbo wash. It also has a descaling functionality of the cavity, so that you can rinse down if there's some lime scale inside the cavity. If you have time and you can do the cleaning overnight, why not go eco and choose either eco or eco plus mode? The 2 eco modes is if you have more time, so you can lower the temperature and do it overnight. This saves you power, water and chemicals, and the oven is clean for you the next morning. The turbo wash is a 15 minutes program where you in a busy restaurant, supermarket, or just for a quick wash down can use the turbo cleaning. The turbo wash, that's if you need a quick wash down, if you're in a busy supermarket, restaurant, and you just need to freshen up the oven. You simply select and you follow the guide on the oven. Only 15 minutes and 1 tablet, and you have a sparkling oven that are ready to cook your next items.
So CareCycle, our new cleaning system, is a recirculating cleaning system that is tablet based and it's easy to use. If you have a oven with fat separation on, the oven even guides you how to make sure that the fat separation is cleaned in there. A few questions coming in here. I think we take them from the bottom and then we'll answer the pass-through afterward. Can I use any kinds of chemicals? You can answer that one.
So we have developed a very eco-friendly tab for you to use in the oven, and for all programs except intensive, it's only one tab. So there's no mix of rinse and clean in the oven. And yeah, the oven comes with a start package of chemicals for you to get on with, and then it's just a easy order from then on.
And I think one of the benefits and one of the things we really looked into designing this tablet was that it doesn't harm the oven if the operator by a mistake enters it into a warm oven. Exactly. So it's actually designed to resist this.
Eco-resist.
I'll just jump up and take the. Is there a touchscreen computer on both sides of a pass-through oven? That's actually a good question. There's not a twin controller on the back side, but on the unloading side, which is often faced in towards the retail deli department, there is a boost functionality. So there's a timer counting down so you can see how long time remaining of my product. And there's also the possibility to boost if something have happened, bigger birds, or they were colder when they came in, and you check the core temperature of them, and you need to give them those 2-3 extra minutes. Instead of running to the other side, you can just boost from the rear side of the oven, actually.
This also, let's just quickly touch base on the CareCycle system with the pass-through oven. As we mentioned, we have the turbo program, which gives us the opportunity in a deli or shop to clean the oven very quickly and keep it, shall we say, presentable in the shop throughout the day. So the pass-through solution helps you draw in customers and attention to your front of the house, because it, you have the smell of the nice cook you do, but that also means that it needs to be clean because it's seen by customers.
Yeah, exactly. So with the design, it's designed to be front live cooking in front of customers and attract people. But a clean oven is just more appealing than a greasy oven.
Exactly.
Is it possible to see how much energy and water you have used when cooking in the oven or when washing? Yes, there are functionalities that can show you the energy consumptions. But for this, I would actually recommend that you connect to the cloud system, Open Kitchen. And here you can actually get your data and you can see the cycles that's been run, etc. So if you want to have a look at what is your total cost of ownership, that is by far the easiest way, but you can also go individually to the oven and see those numbers, but a little bit more easy to do from the cloud system.
Yes.
I think we will put in a small note saying add your questions. So if there are any more questions, please feed them into to the chat now. And then we will round up the webinar after this. It looks like we've answered your question throughout the webinar. So I think from the home of Invoq, we would just like to remind you to follow us on social media, LinkedIn, Instagram. Any information needed, go and visit invoqoven.com. Any suggestions for future webinars, please let us know. And as the last part of here, thank you.
Thank you very much.